Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, the place where we make fun of the morons we say out here on the road, a bit like this farmer in his tractor displaying all the road sense and intelligence of the scarecrow he's got standing in his top field. And there's another low capacity, low ceiling strategist who seems totally oblivious about what side of the road he's meant to be on as well. And then of course, what Dashcam compilation would be complete without a full transit driver who's actually thicker than a submarine door, going from lane 3 to the exit slip road in one fell swoop. And here we are on a roundabout, aka the rotunda of delusion and delinquency. So of course, who better to display higher levels of delusion and delinquency than a living and breathing flatliner in a black Range Rover? Who else? Oh, and speaking of Range Rover drivers, this is Joe Blunt, aka Mr. Luck. Yes, that is his genuine name. And you won't believe what he done in his Range Rover. We'll come back to him in a bit. Here we go, you're going to like this one. This is a little reminder to all of us that we really need to keep a very safe distance from the car in front, because you never know when the muppet in front is a bit skint. He needs a few quid, so he thinks he's just going to do a cash for crash job. But in this day and age, when the majority of cars out there have got dash cams, you definitely got to be missing a few slates off your roof to pull that stunt, ain't you? 20 or 30 years ago, yeah, you had a chance of getting away with it, but now, just give up. Here we go, another roundabout, another chance to encounter more brainless gimps, and there's two right in front of us. No crash helmets, no number plate, no brain, and definitely no parents what aren't closely related. Now just watch how this pair of dimwits with their safety scissor intellect negotiate this for a mini roundabout. I bet the pair of them can meditate instantly and at will, because it certainly won't take them long to clear their minds, will it? Oh dear, long old traffic queue. That's the bane of everybody's life. Well, that is, of course, unless you've got the mental horsepower of a shopping trolley, in which case you'll just utilise that empty central reservation there to reach your destination in a backwards but albeit timely fashion. Now, if you ever need to be towed, always make sure that the person towing you knows what a blue and white keep left sign means, and also that they've got more spatial awareness than a decorative plant. Ah yes, the Superstore car park. Not only the place you're guaranteed to lose your shopping list, it's also the place you're guaranteed to lose your no claims bonus if you're unfortunate enough to be behind a Volkswagen Golf driver who's got the spatial awareness and mental ability of a house brick. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how lacking of intelligence and how such a low level of IQ people have got to have before they park like these idiots? Seriously, this takes decades upon decades of consistent inbreeding to produce end-of-the-queue philosophers that function like this on a daily basis. Unbelievable. Now, nothing quite lets people know that your brain's on energy-saving or power-saving mode, and you are to intelligence what a sumo wrestler is to a ballet dancing class, like getting in the wrong lane on totally the wrong part of the road and then driving like a Belendo Grandioso to try and rectify your driving mistakes. As we can see, we got Bob on his bike pulling up to these red set of traffic lights here. Nothing unusual, nothing untoward. What could possibly go wrong? Well, I'll tell you exactly what could possibly go wrong. This paint chip eater, who's as welcome on the road as a porcupine is welcome into a balloon factory, comes on the wrong side of the road and nearly takes Bob out. Now, as we saw, Bob gestured with his hand he was going the wrong way. Look what the driver done. He didn't turn away, he actually went for him. And don't you worry, this empty petrol can thinker in that car has definitely been reported to the police. So, Bob, when you find out what happened, please let us know what the result is. Do yourself a favour, eh? Next time you're driving along, don't be playing with your phone. Just don't touch it. And definitely don't be reaching for another Werther's original from the tin on the dashboard, aka Nonce Nuggets. Because if you do, you could be swerving all over the road like some cardboard compass navigator. Okay, as we can see, we got this van reversing. It's reversing down a hill. Not that that makes much difference. As we can see, the driver's got his high vis on the passenger seat there. He's looking quite safety conscious, but that doesn't mean that he's mentally conscious as he backs straight into the lamppost there. That'd be a new lamppost then. But hang on a minute, the person who sent me this video said they know him. He's a local man. They call him Factor 50. I said, that's a funny name. Why do they call him that? And they said, with his mouth's open so much, he gets sunburn on his tongue. Guys, if you like what you've seen so far and I put a smile on your face, can you do me a favour and hit that little like and subscribe button down below if you haven't done it already, please? Oh, and if the hype button comes up, press that because that helps me out as well. Thank you. I want all those who've entered the free draw for the Dashcam, stay tuned till the very end because I'm going to tell you what time and where you'll find out who the winner is tomorrow. Right, let's have a look at some more empty chair at the meeting of evolution drivers. Okay, so in this clip you're about to see how you exit a motorway or dual carriageway when your vehicle is equipped with the chevrons of privilege on the back and a massive Joe Blunt up front in the driver's seat. Being a passenger in a vehicle with that cupcake is like being in a room with a vampire and having no crucifix or garlic. Okay, so as promised from earlier, this is Joe Blunt, aka Stephen Luck from Darlington, aka this week's Darwin Award nominee. Now, back in May of 2024, he crashed his black Range Rover, but he failed to stop. He'd done a runner, but later he was traced to his house, and he was found to be 3 times over the drink drive limit. So a few months later that year, he appeared at Peterlee Magistrates Court on October the 1st, where he was handed a £2,500 fine and banned for driving for 28 months. So of course, what does this blunt crown strategist do after being given a ban? Well, he drives home from court. That's exactly what he does.
Oh yeah, you alright? Stephen, when I'm sitting in the car, mate, yeah? Are you you've been to court?
Yeah.
You've been disqualified?
Yeah, but I didn't start straight away, does it?
Yeah. You didn't start straight away? You've just come out of court, mate, obviously being disqualified this afternoon. Alright, mate, so I'm going to lock you up for disqualified driving. Alright, so you don't have to say anything but me army defence if you don't mention when questioned something which you may later on in court. Anything you do say, maybe give evidence. Okay, it's 10 to 4.
Rumour has it he still hasn't gone to prison because he's not sure the sentence starts straight away. Okay, now I know the quality of this video clip is pretty poor, but bear with me, what it lacks in video quality, it makes up for in driver stupidity. Now call me old-fashioned if you will, but when I'm reversing, I do like to look out the rear window to make sure I'm not going to hit anything or knock someone over. But when you're all shed and no tools and you're the spare seat on the bus of human progress, of course you're not going to look out the rear window when you're reversing. Common sense and intelligence is just an urban myth for some of these drivers. Ah yes, another BMW driver whose ego's so big he's got a tattoo on his forehead, wide load, and his head's so big his left ear is in a different postcode from his right ear. And I promise you, hand on heart, this is not AI. He is using his indicator and he hasn't actually driven through the red light. We have witnessed a miracle today, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, and we got another BMW here. BMW 1 Series with the black windows. Need I say more? Guaranteed it's a young dude in there. Young enough to know everything. Old enough to forget on everything he knows. Yeah, real loose button decision maker, that one. Now that last truck in the last clip that the BMW came in front of, that was a learner driver learning to drive an HGV. Now this truck driving no map navigator may not need to learn how to drive a truck, but he certainly needs to learn how to read a sign what says unsuitable for HGVs. Now Steve, the guy who sent me this clip, has not got a clue how this accident happens, obviously, because this is all we can see. But looking at that, I'm guessing that excess speed had a small part to play in that. What do you lot reckon? Ah yes, another chronic colour dyslexia suffering van driver, totally unable to differentiate between a green and a red light. And also suffering from an affliction what sailors call a low tide thought process. Here's Badco trying to negotiate this T-junction, and here comes a real unplugged toaster negotiating ain't got a clue what they're negotiating. People like the driver of that blue car are the reason that they invented autocorrect. Well, that's it for this one, everybody. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. I'll put a playlist there on the right if you want to watch some more of my videos. And a big thank you to everyone who sent in clips. I'm really sorry, I was planning to pick and announce the winner in the end of this video, but I haven't got time, I've got to go out. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to pick and announce the winner. I'm going to post out on a separate video tomorrow, April the 11th, Saturday at midday. So be lucky and I'll see you all then. Bye.